the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin when he stretch your disc. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on me. Hey, she wanted like me cause I know she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up man, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like we keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one pointed guard. Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team count it, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team count it, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and at this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the stop was T.J. McDonald.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He completes it to Nelson. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Haskins will throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Hopkins' kick is good. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. For Zeke, one of the first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Geis, and an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, it's Thompson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Geis. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 25. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Let's go, boys.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Haskins. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking to throw, Haskins. He's got it complete to Thompson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, Peterson trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Haskins, and this one complete to Reed. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Nah, but this shit fucking up.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Third down. Here's Haskins. He's got Thompson here. Complete. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Switch. Check nickel.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Haskins on 3rd down.
Wow.
And that will be incomplete. Wow. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
If I lose the game because of
So
this
the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
It's 6 seconds, bro. Taking a point. You said they smart on the board.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Hopkins' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
I was scared as shit. I'm like, fuck, this nigga blocked this shit.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go down Leon again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 55. Check 55.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
51. Check 56. And here we go. Watch the pass. Hey, kill. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
That's it. No, I went outside, and you know how it be like he cut in as soon as it was two
From
jumps.
the
He cut
34
in.
now, here's first and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, alert three. Hey, switch gears.
Let's go 47.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again they run, again it's Geis. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That nigga said, nah, I'm on.
From the 38, Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he is all the way up past the 25. Cooper was the target there.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at get the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The fake jank first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Thompson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again.
I seen Reed, but y'all ain't start controlling it. I'm like, I ain't want to throw no 50-50 there.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Nah, because I fuck around, you know, it's
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston.
I'm trying
the
to keep
Jags
my
have
man
just
shit
scored
up.
as they'll add on to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
What do you think I am? Don't quit. Don't do it. Don't quit. I want to see what he about to do. It's a good game, bro. You ain't got no reason to quit. They talking about all bars, restaurants, movie theaters, and things being shut down at 5 p.m. today. What the fuck is going on? Man, dog, we ain't in no apocalypse.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
I wanted to cut up. I thought he was going to be sleep for it.
Yeah, just something to
I knew what I should have done.
That's what they're looking for here. Guys showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
I thought that shit was going to hit.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Definitely cooking like the first possession with that man.
Prescott to throw this time. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
I seen that shit live.
Up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. First down, Prescott.
Oh,
and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
Man, that's just regular man, dog. Them niggas playing their ass off.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
I hate that shit.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10.
Yes, sir. There we go.
Here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line.
I told you
Montez Sweat brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
No, sir.
Going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Bro, do I ever run the same defense all you all game besides
they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Yeah, I definitely.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Here we go, 46, 46. 55. Right there in the middle, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I like to go give me a pick.
And again, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's gonna be
the Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Oh, you sweet.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Geis. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You played your heart out.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's good. That shit's scary, fool.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a run with Geis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the front.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score
I'm
that
talking
close,
about, you know when I ran that play
isn't
earlier.
backing off and just giving you easy
He was
throws.
like, nah,
They're
you
playing
should have threw it up
aggressively
top.
as well.
I'm like,
And
nah,
end up
because
picking that one off
Youngin
and
was
sealing the
talking
deal
that
for
shit.
themselves.
That'll be taken
Nah,
in the end
that's the
zone.
same type joint. He was wide open. That was just, he was
And he
wide
probably
open.
should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2 scores. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the